Is that a banger? Is it a banger?
We'll wait for the album.
Little Fate.
I'll save my thoughts for the album.
Yeah? Okay. Okay. All right. Wheezy baby, loke.
Sure.
All right, Charlemagne, we live?
We're live.
All right, welcome to the B-Side Podcast, a podcast where we spotlight the vibe curators, the on-song heroes, those that turn your regular night out into an unforgettable night. I'm DJ Revy B.
And I am Mr. Dre.
And today we have another special guest. We have our first international guest. Give it up for Sef Kombo. Dre, we don't have bombs yet?
Fam.
Baby, come down.
No,
We don't.
Wow.
Baby, come down.
No, we don't. I gotta set this up. We'll pattern it down.
The pressure is getting worse.
You're already minus points for that.
Yeah, I know.
But it's okay.
All right. Exactly. Sorry, guys. My mic is annoying me. All right. We're good?
We're good.
We're good. Good evening, everyone.
How are you?
Doing very well, thank you. How
That's
about
how you know he
yourselves?
has manners. Good evening, everyone.
Unlike some
Proper.
people who don't have their shoes on, but
Do we want to get into this, or we should just give?
let's just go. Let's just go.
Let's just go.
Me and my work bae were having a little issue today.
A little tiff.
It's tense. It's tense, but it's okay. What is that?
I was scared for a second. I was like, who's someone Wakanda?
At the top.
Someone Wakanda.
Go on silent.
I know it is.
Who's offering sacrifices behind me?
Speaking of which, everybody put their phones on silent.
Speaking of which, I gotta pay for parking. But yeah, let's go on. Let's keep it pushing.
Seth, how are you?
I'm doing very well, thank you. People are trying to disturb me.
Yeah,
and
that's okay.
Yeah.
It's fresh from London.
You know, I'm busy.
The bloke. What's up, Dale?
We're good. How are you?
I'm good. I was
Pleasure
trying
to
to get
be
into
here.
my British accent. And,
No.
You know, as a roadman ting, right?
No. I'm not
How
a
you
road
doing?
man. I've
You're not
never been a
roadman,
road
bruv.
man.
No? What's up, bruv?
This is giving young deal with me. Max and Spencer.
I'm more of a suffragist, babe, for myself, if I had to say, you know?
You're down more points now. Big.
Damn it, I'm killing it. How was your trip? How was your flight down?
It was a smooth flight, actually. Yeah. Some people think that it takes 5 hours to get from London to Toronto.
Seth,
It does not.
You're not gonna shade me on my own podcast.
No, but you're not the only person, by the way. So.
I thought it was 5 hours or so. I was close though, 5-7 almost.
No, that's no.
Math is math. You know?
How long is the flight?
It's about 7 hours, 10, 15.
That's not bad. That's still the neighborhood.
Yeah. Just around the block.
Just around the block.
You know your trip is long as did they give you a meal on the trip?
Yeah.
Okay, so
But I think it's
that's
a rule.
when
They have
you
to give you
know.
a meal after every 2 hours or 3 hours.
Is it? No, because when you go to like Jamaica and stuff, they don't give you anything.
What are you flying to Jamaica though?
When?
What are you flying to Jamaica?
Not private.
Okay.
Not like you, apparently.
They'll give you a snack probably if you're flying
Yeah,
from Jamaica from
like
here.
Pretzels.
Anything
or-
under, I think, 5 hours. Yeah, they'll just give you a
Before,
snack.
back in the day, it's like even
You
like
know?
30 minutes, they give you a
If
full
I'm going to
meal.
Vancouver, they better feed me, man. I don't care if I'm going to Vancouver.
No, they're
going
gonna tell you pretzels or cookies.
to give you pretzels twice.
Yeah.
To make up.
Whatever. Well, welcome to Toronto.
Thank you.
Is
Thank
this
you
your
very
first
much.
time?
No, it's my second time actually.
Okay.
But like as a fully grown adult, it's my first time. I came in 2001
Oh, nice.
via the Greyhound bus from
From where?
Detroit.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Yeah, so I came from Detroit.
Different times.
Yeah, much different times. It was a very weird occasion that time. I was in the bus station. I was looking at the path from Detroit to Toronto.
Yeah.
And the stops were London and
Yeah.
Dublin. So I
you're
was
like, wait.
sitting there for like an hour,
Yeah.
even 2 hours thinking, I didn't know a bus goes on water because
Yeah.
I'm thinking, well, we're going to go back to London, then go to Dublin. So why are we going past Dublin to get to London? Like, I was just confused.
Yeah.
Only to find out there is.
See, when I first moved to Canada as well, I would say, oh, I'm going to go visit London, and people were like, London, Ontario. I'm like, what the hell is that?
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
why would you think I'm going to London, Ontario?
Yeah.
Like, there's
yeah,
only
yeah.
one London, but
Yeah.
apparently there's two here.
So yeah,
There's
so
three actually if we're counting Steph London. You know?
That's true. LOL. So we usually start with like our rapid fire questions.
Okay. Yep.
So
Don't think too much. Just
just
Sure.
shoot. What's
from
your
the hip.
favorite genre of music?
That's a trick question.
It doesn't have to be what you're playing right now, but what's your favorite genre of music?
Soulful House.
Okay.
Yeah, I like Soulful House.
What's your favorite all-time album?
Oh, Stillmatic.
Ooh, Nas.
Yeah.
What song was on the Stillmatic?
Rewind.
How does that go?
Well, he
Spit a
spit
little
the
something.
story backwards. It starts at the ending. That track's a dope track.
Yeah, I
Very,
remember.
very
I
innovative.
remember the cover, but I'm just not remembering the track list on that.
It's a great album.
Yeah. Who's your favorite artist?
Oh, favorite artist? I don't really have one at the moment. No,
Just pick one.
Just
Anyone.
pick any.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Like if you had to, like if you were on an island forever and you had to listen to one artist forever, who would it be?
Oh, okay. Damn. Maybe it'll be a shootout between Da Capo and probably Nas.
Okay. Very.
Or maybe Cabs of the Small would jump into there because
Yeah.
of all the records he's
Yeah.
made. So yeah, like I'm talking about maybe someone that can hold me down for a very long time.
Yeah.
Those three artists probably would
Yeah.
do it for me. Yeah.
That brings me to my next question.
Sure.
If you had to create like an African supergroup, which three artists would you put in it?
Cabs of the Small will be in there for sure. Ulo the Song
Okay.
be in there. Wizkid. And shout out Diamond Platinums.
Bangers will come out from that supergroup.
Yeah, you
Lots
got
of like, yeah.
great producers,
Yeah.
great vocalists.
Yeah.
People have got different ideas,
Yeah.
different approaches to music. So I think it'll be actually a quite nice melting pot of West Africa East and two Southern African producers.
Yeah. That would actually be a great supergroup. I almost want that to happen and see what comes out of it. So let's put that out there.
Yeah. Come on, make it happen.
So when did you first fall in love with music?
Do
Do you remember like a specific moment where you're like, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life with music? I want to do something in music.
Yeah, I think when I started my parties, actually, my initial idea is the time that I really wanted to really get into it. I think before that I had wanted to DJ and be very experimental with what I was doing and all the tracks that I was playing at the time. But when I thought, yeah, this is like really me, I think that was the time when I started Til Two in 2009 and trying to make an impact within the community in London and possibly worldwide. That's when I knew that, yeah, this was for me.
Yeah. Okay. So you talked about starting DJing. You've been DJing for like more than 15 years now.
Yeah, so I actually started in 2003, but it's more of a
Wow.
dabbling type of thing with vinyls and my friend Father FIFA, who I always reference, my guy from Brixton. He had some early old school garage records which I used to play around with.
Yeah.
And that was like my first intro into mixing. And then I moved. By that time, I had moved away from Brixton. That's where I initially grew up. And then I discovered the virtual DJ, LimeWire, some other websites, and that's when I started picking up all musics from hip hop to dance hall.
Yeah.
And just mixing it up and just
So
learning on
initially it
computer.
was garage music that you started with.
Yes, yeah. As in like for mixing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that was really big in the UK.
Massive.
Yeah.
Like some of my most iconic early rave moments was with old school garage music, like unforgettable ones.
Yeah.
Like with certain MCs jumping on sets when you least expected, the likes of DJ
like
EZ.
while you're DJing, they jump on and start freestyling.
No, so I was attending an event and
Okay.
Wiley was on a set with DJ EZ
Yeah.
and Kano jumped onto the set and the crowd went berserk. So
Crazy.
I'm talking about moments like that as a attendee.
As a fan.
Yeah. So
For
yeah.
the people who don't know Kano, he's the guy from Top Boy.
Oh yeah, Sully, yeah.
Sully.
We can't do Kano like that.
Man's like
Kano's a
Sully.
legend, man.
No,
Like,
I know, but those who know. But those who don't know, that's the easier
was
reference.
Sully.
Yes, yeah. You know,
Great actor,
My
great
favorite
musician.
quote is, what did he say? You can either be food or you could be monsters, and I can never be food. And that's how I always think.
Fair enough. Yeah,
Kill or
yeah,
be
I like
killed.
that. Yeah, he was,
Basically.
he's absolutely amazing artist.
Yeah. That's super dope. One of the things I found cool when we were doing some research about you is that you used to you've been DJing so long that you used to drop mixtapes, like actual CDs, and even on MySpace.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
Yeah. So, when you used to be able to put like a few sound recorders on MySpace,
Yeah.
I actually started with slow jam mixes.
Oh, really?
So yeah, slow jam
Like
mixes with
R&B.
it. Yeah, some real slow jam mixes.
Who were some of your favorite R&B artists?
I used to listen to I can't think, shall I name his name?
Yeah, why
Oh,
not?
sure. I used to listen to a lot of R. Kelly.
Oh, that's what you said. I thought you were going to say Usher or something, but yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
like, you know, those albums were like really, really
Yeah.
cool for the moment. Like, and then some of the other people that he used to maybe make music for,
with, yeah.
Babyface, for example, like people like him. Not so much Tevin Campbell, like just the more obvious song.
Yeah.
Joe,
Yeah.
100%. Joe was
Joe.
definitely.
Where is Joe?
Jeez, yeah.
Yeah.
No, he
I love
was
Joe.
dope.
Yeah.
Obviously, Usher's in
Yeah.
there. And then like, you know, 112, and then you know, Cut Close. Like, there's so many of those artists was dope. So yeah, I used to make slow jam mixes from there. Yeah.
I bet all the ladies loved you.
Absolutely. No. it's
Were
true.
you were making slow jam mixes for your girlfriends? Or like to holler at women?
Nah, don't holler at me.
Oh, okay. All right, player.
No, yeah.
You
What were you
started
gonna
with
say?
good evening, and now it's no. They were hollering at me. Okay.
He said he is the prize. Okay.
It was actually an interesting learning curve, that one particular moment. I think because you know, if you might not be that attractive to someone,
Yeah.
but when you might give them good feelings through doing a mix like a slow jam mix,
Yeah.
suddenly the sentence turns into there's something about him.
Drop
There's
a
something.
bomb for
There's
player over
something.
here.
So
That's true.
I learned a bit.
That's why I
from
think
that.
music is spiritual.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? So I can't take this guy seriously.
I'm changing career paths. Is that what it is?
No more jokes.
No more.
You don't want to be a funny guy.
No. He's always tell me something funny.
Instead, you just send music.
That's what I'm going to be doing now. Music, man.
Okay.
Okay. Good luck.
Ooh.
I'm on my own podcast.
Sef came ready to shoot.
Stay
Like,
ready.
You stay ready.
Always.
I want to talk about a little bit about your DJ name. So you
Right.
started off as Funky Sef. Funkin' Sef.
So I was a DJ Sef,
Okay.
and because I was playing at the time funky house music, my good friend Lawrence, aka Voice, is like it's the Funkin' Sef. So that's when
Yeah.
I became
Okay.
kind of like DJ, kind of quote unquote Funkin' Sef.
Yeah.
And that's when I released my first ever CD. DJ Sef in the Funkin' House, yeah, something like that. I think it was. No, that was Sef Knows Best. And then I made a mix series called DJ Sef in the Funkin' House. Yeah. So
And then now you changed your name to
yeah.
Kombo.
So after a while, once the kind of funky house era was kind of going into some more, I would say like for a few of us, a little bit immature sounds and immature like music at the time, you know, nursery rhyme type stuff. I was dabbling more in the soulful house music, and I decided that I wanted to kind of like mature my name, so I just like and go to my, like, say, my next phase, final form type vibe. And that's when I went to Sef Kombo because my name is Yusuf and people in primary school call me Yusef, Yusuf, or so I went from Sef, and Kombo is my surname, so Sef Kombo was an easy transition. I remember me and another DJ called Nat Wendell. He was Naughty Naf at the time, so I remember, I think it was January 1st, I can't remember the year exactly, we changed our handles to Sef Kombo and Nat Wendell, so forming our kind of like parts of our names or middle names and stuff like that. And since that time, we've both kind of stuck to those names as well. Yeah.
What was the inspiration behind Til Two? And I like the name, actually. Yeah. Is that, I'm assuming that it means like we're partying till 2 a.m.
The license of the club. The license of the club, Ruby Low, was and Til Two. So that's where Til Two came from. The inspiration behind the night. I mean, I was doing a lot of events in the Midlands. Not me doing them, but like being a part of a lot of events in the Midlands. Shout out to my boy Cash, who invited me up to Leicester, and I was doing Wednesdays up there. I used to take a coach and 3-hour coach up there every single Wednesday and do like the soundtrack of the night. So it would be from your old school R&B through to your new bashment into funky house and maybe some of the soulful deep house, which I didn't quite know exactly what it is, but I knew it was fitting through the night into new grime and all of that. So when I came back, when that kind of died down and that generation had kind of started to graduate and stuff like that, and there was a new generation which I kind of didn't quite fit into, and I wasn't going there as much. I wanted to build a night which actually focused on funky house at midnight, and Til Two. And then when I relaunched in 2010, my aim was to kind of like build a community of party goers that would be interested in house music and also bring the community closer to the DJ as well. So hence why there's a website that's available and a lot of information about DJs there. So that's kind of the inspiration, just to kind of build a community.
And we were talking in the car, you were saying how it's gotten so big where you get like almost 800 people sometimes.
No, actually more than that. I mean, like last year when we had Oscar and Bo, we had I think 1,400 in there.
Crazy.
But yeah, I mean,
you've moved to a new space or it's still the same?
Yeah. Okay. Moved to a new space. I actually retired the brand. I retired it in 2021, I think. 2021. Because of access to spaces in London, UK was a bit challenging. And then an opportunity came up to use the amazing here at Alternate venue, which I'd been looking for my whole life, I guess. And I wanted to put on a production which exceeded the expectations of people that were really bugging me about bringing Til Two back, you know. So yeah, I wanted to exceed the expectations. I didn't just want to bring it back. I wanted them to come and be like, wow. Yeah. And
evolved.
It's evolved. Not only it's evolved, but I've gone into a space I've never been into before. I've never been in a space so loud. I've never been in a space that looks so good. I've never been in an elevated space where DJs that were on the lineup, they just look different. They just looked like they were glowing. Like there was a beam of sunshine around them. Like they weren't in a corner in a bar. They weren't in a tight club. They were in a proper club. That, I mean, if you go and watch,
put them on the big stage, there's lights, the sound system. It was
matching the energy that maybe if they went to go and see certain acts. But now it's us.
That's amazing.
That's what I did. So
who would you say is one of your favorite DJs or acts that you booked at the event?
Ooh, that's a good question. Wow. I mean, I always like Kismet and Tipper have always been like a real staple duo act that I've booked for Til Two. I mean, I think if it wasn't for their set in August of 2010, we probably will still be standing today because I put a lot of things in place to help it. But the way they kind of catapulted it with the set and the fact that I was able to capture the set on audio and be able to share it So it wasn't just people talking about it on the Twitter at the time. I was able to share it with people, and people could actually hear it. The next night was just crazy. I mean, it was only 200 people capacity anyway, but the line outside was crazy. I had to close the doors.
That's crazy.
Wow. So I mean, they're definitely one of my favorites. I mean, booking Oscar and Bo last year was great. I think, like, you know, I mean, the booking of Kitty Amore as well has been great. Booking of Simone Martinez and Angela Rose was great. So many people like Comfy and Lights. I think just like allowing everyone to be on the stage at Til Two has been a highlight. You know, whether some of them haven't quite connected with the crowd. Yeah, I think that's the beautiful thing about the risk you take as a creator. You know. Yeah. So like I'd say, I mean, I might have some favorites, but I'm just glad that I've been able to just. And it sounds like what you're doing is you are kind of training the audience to just come and listen and be free and listen to music and not expect to just hear like the normal things you will hear when you go to the club, which I love events like that, because I think the audience is more receptive to whoever is DJing, because you're expecting a different sound with each DJ. It's not just the norm, right? Yeah, I think that's very important. I mean, at the end of the day, you are going to lose people along the way, but you need to be very comfortable with that. Yeah. And that's what Til Two has been about. I think I've booked over the years maybe about 65, maybe 67 DJs, which is quite a lot for a brand. And if you look at some brands that probably existed on the same time length as mine, between your 13 to 17 years, they definitely haven't booked as much, you know. So and there's nothing wrong with that, but I think as a 360 in this music industry, Til Two is an important part of it, because then it allows our consumers to have an event where they're like, oh, I don't know what to expect, but I trust this one. And then then they've got the ones where I know what to expect. Yeah. If we all just the same what to expect, then you're gonna kind of the market gets saturated, and it's gonna be the same week in, week out, which we don't want. So yes, I agree. Til Two is very important.
Well, if you ever need a hype man and DJs,
we're here. I'm always listening.
I think one of the cool things about it is the podcast, because you record the sets. Yeah. And that also helps like draw the audience as well. Absolutely. Because if you miss the party, you can go back and listen to it and like, oh, okay, like this is cool. Next time I want to come.
I think one of the main things is the mic was always on, so you used to hear the crowd reactions, which was very, very important. I mean, wow, like how many sets? There's so many sets. Not all of them are the cleanest, like mixing and stuff like that. But I think that's the beauty. It's a live set. Exactly, and that's the beauty. That's the beauty of it. Yeah. I was an early adopter of Apple Podcasts as well. Yeah. Not that much people were using Android phones at the time, so my whole outlook on that was that, okay, if I've got person A and they've subscribed to the Apple Podcast, then I don't need to worry about them so much, as in like I don't need to promote to them because I've got them, so I need to now I can focus on other people. I also used to give out CDs with the flyers, and I used to check on Twitter to see if anyone was responding to it. And that set that I was talking about with Kismet and Tipper, someone actually received the CD and was like, I received the CD with a flyer of Kismet and Tipper. This set was alright in it, so I knew that one person, I got one person, because not everyone wants to tweet their thoughts, not everyone wants to talk. I know that there was one person that so I know I must be doing something right. And that was kind of my outlook at the time.
So how has your marketing changed now? Because you mentioned that you used to pass out flyers with CDs. What are you doing differently? Well, obviously the brand is a big brand now. You're a big brand as well. So do you find that you have to do more marketing? Is it change, or are you just sticking to just social media?
I pretty much stuck to social media throughout the whole time. I mean, I've been in rooms where I feel like they talk like they've learned the marketing plan out of university, and they feel like if you do A, this means B. Yeah. If you post it at 6 o'clock on a Tuesday, that means it's working this way. You know what I mean? Yeah. For me, the people do the talking, you know? Yeah. straight. Always. I mean, yes, you can do dark ads, and I think that does help, but I feel like if you ratio the percentage of how much you use for dark ads to how much people buy tickets, I don't think it's as much as if you organically just let people just do the talking. That's what people like. That's been the beauty of Til Two now, and not every event can be like Til Two, and Til Two can't be like every other event. You know,
so it's more so about creating the experience for those that are there and expecting them to go back out and that is exactly what's happened. There's so many people that never attend Til Two now, that know about it when they were younger, but house music wasn't for them. They're like, house music, nah, dead, not for me. Now they're coming Til Two because they're now ready. So that's the whole point. People knew about it, and when they're ready, they can come. You know what I mean? So I'm really happy about how Til Two has organically just been one of the largest, most well-known events in London, period. You know, whether that's reflected in how many people attend is different, but I know that loads of people know about the event, which is great.
I want to ask, what's important about, you've gone through name changes, and that has signified sort of like an evolution of yourself. But what is it? Because people think sometimes if I do a new event and I do a new event, it means I'm doing something, I'm growing. But you've done Til Two for, 10 plus years. What has kept you going besides the fact that you've rebranded it and you've changed, how it looks, you've matched what the times look like? What's kept you going with it?
I think new sounds has kept it going. New audiences has also kept it going. We do have a big core audience, but we've also got audiences that kind of prefer the old school, and then we have audience that prefer the new school. So there's quite a few people that don't come because we're not playing the old school music. But when we might book it, like say a Super D for the one That's Coming Up, people come out. So that's what kind of keeps it going.
What's kept you doing it? Personally,
well, I mean, what kept me doing it after I retired it? I think just to be able to put out an event that was well produced in a different setting. Something I kind of dreamed about doing, So if you ever was to come to Alternate or used to look at it online, you'd understand that there's not many spaces for us to do music, to do events for us, like by us as well. I guess that as the Sef Kombo DJ brand, I've done a lot of events kind of like in those spaces for other people, you know what I mean? But like we haven't been able to have those spaces for ourselves to create our vibe for our DJs. We've been very much put in maybe like in a different type of box. But now now we've kind of come out of that and we're doing bigger and better stuff. It's
sounding like Toronto. We have the same issue with Toronto with booking certain venue spaces. Because of let's talk about it being black. So I understand that. I
mean we deserve it. We you know what? Like we as a community of DJs, we have done a lot in the grand scheme of things of dance music. Like amazing stuff. We've introduced vibes. Like crazy vibes. I think there's a lot of events that happen now that wouldn't have been happening or even would even dare try happen if we weren't putting on certain events. You know what I mean? Whether introducing Afro House, whether it be deep tech, I'm a piano, you know what I mean? So then what happens is that like the access was awful.
Essentially, you got to create a seat at your own at the table for yourself.
But the access was awful. You know what I mean? So that's why Til Two would decide that okay, there's no point in me trying to do a show in a venue of 500 people because my analytics is not telling me that I'm a 500 show event. Do you know what I mean? I'm beyond that, so I need to be evolving. It's the same thing with my guys, the originals. They've been doing their thing for so long. They are not an event unless they choose to do one in a smaller venue because they feel like I want to do something intimate this time. But when they want to do something big, like that, those doors or gates need to be open for them because their analytics is not telling us they are sitting at 700, 800. They are at 5,000.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So now this is why they're doing events at, places like Crystal Palace. This is why Til Two's in here are out in it, because we as big brands need to grow, so then the grassroots can come behind us. We can't be at the grassroots venues, for grassroots promoters. You know what I mean? We all need to scale up together. So we need to go into our festival space at 10,000, while the people that will come up to you and say, I love what you're doing, you inspire me. Yeah, cool. So you're there and you're gonna get to where we're going, because we're passing that information back down to you. So that, I guess what I'm saying is that, like, those gates need to open so we can evolve, because other gates are opening for other people as well. So
I respect
let's level the playing field here.
Yeah, I respect that. In 2019, you tweeted something. You tweeted about how, like, Afro House was not getting the recognition it deserved. And then, like, this year? This year, you were on the cover of Mix magazine. That's crazy. So let me just rectify that timeline.
Yeah. So 2019, I made a call to the press, the music press, about not writing about any black music spaces. So that would include myself at Til Two, and my peers. I did this because I saw a post, I think, by Red Bull covering South Asian, the South Asian music scene. And once
it's crazy that they weren't doing that in the UK.
No, they just weren't.
I feel
it was a nuts time. Trust me, it was nuts. So
even in 2019,
there wasn't anything. So basically, what happened is I saw the South Asian scene getting props and stuff like that. And whilst I said that's cool, it's good that they're getting their write ups, I was like, but you're missing a step, because there's this whole scene of black people that are doing amazing things. But what's happening is that people, like, I've said their names already, like Circle, the originals, Sef Kombo at Til Two, Shenin Amara at his events. We were starting to sell out our events. So the demand is there. So I mean, people are very excited. So you got, like, platforms like Resident Advisor taking booking money, like, as in, like, the booking fee money at rapid rate. So in 2019, when I did Til Two, I sold out in 17 minutes. Crazy. That's like 700 tickets in 17 minutes. So imagine you're just sitting there.
Slow down.
Sorry. I was just trying to do it in 17 minutes. That's right.
I love that.
Okay.
He's a rapper too. He's a rapper too. We got the Afro House Taylor Swift in the house. Selling out in 17 minutes.
700 tickets in 17 minutes.
Yeah. So
you are not their daddy.
Nope.
You are their daddy.
He's the combo.
the
real combo.
So do you know who I am?
So with that, I mean, my what I was saying is that you're providing a platform, a ticketing platform.
You're doing something like that, and it's not being spotlighted, which
that's
is crazy.
What I'm saying, because I'm like, if the ticket, it doesn't matter how much revenue that Resident Advisor made at the time. The point being is that, like, you're sitting doing whatever you're doing, and in 17 minutes there's a few £1,000s in your pocket, just like that. Isn't that something worth investigating? And saying, okay, who's on the lineup? Is this, or what are they doing?
Or what are they doing?
They're doing the same thing. Or who's on there? Like, oh, that person's doing the same thing. So there's a scene happening here. Not only is there scene happening, seems like there's excitement. There's buzz. So what is happening over there? And that was why I wrote my tweets, because I didn't understand how we was getting overlooked.
Call them out.
I had to call it out.
Bring shame back.
I had to call it out. And the Mix Mag cover came in 2021.
So let's, before we go to the Mix Mag, so when you did do the call out on X or whatever it's called now, what was the reception?
Man, that was crazy. Like, it was, I started getting messages and calls
from the press
actually. Yeah. So I spoke to former editors of I want to say Mixed Mag maybe, or Resident Advisor, but I spoke to everybody. I spoke to everyone, and there was a lot of apologies happening. There was a lot of like excuses, reasons, like we are aware of certain acts, but so we didn't know how to approach it. Like almost like we didn't know whether we could come in and cover your nights and stuff like that. There was a lot of that. I was hearing a lot of that. And then a guy called Rush actually was at the time doing a bit of investigations about it, and he found an interesting stat that there was one collective, I think they're 3 guys, that were mentioned in the press, I think 15 times more in the press than the entire black scene.
Wow.
Like 3 people were mad, like imagine. And he just got the information, got the stats, he went through everything, and basically then uncovered it. So while I was just like, I could be saying what I'm saying, someone could be like, actually no, there's this. He's like, no, but there is, you've covered this person 13,000 times, you've only covered Sef twice, this person once, this person 0, this it was insane.
But is it a matter of those people are reaching out to the press and saying, hey, we're doing this, should cover this? Which I
totally understand. Now being on a different side, I understand the workings of PR. But I also believe there should be some proper journalism going on.
Yeah, but people are lazy.
Yeah, people are lazy.
And they want to be spoon-fed the information.
100%.
They want to say, hey, I am doing this. Please come check it out. Or can you spotlight this?
Yeah, which I can totally understand that side of it. But I feel like when there's certain things that are going on which are really in your face, and if they're saying also that they know that there's these acts and stuff like that, you are choosing to not right, you know, because since that there's been a lot more people on front covers, a lot more people being covered. So I don't think that's all from PR. I know a lot of people that don't do PR like that, you know what I mean? So there are people going out and trying to look for things and see, because it's such a like big like world social media, so things do end up on your lap, especially if they're in the algorithm. And you know, it doesn't stop at the first thing that you see online. You can spend some time looking through, or who's their friends, who's liking on their posts. If they see maybe a DJ in the comment section, click on that DJ, what's that person doing? Okay, they're not doing anything. Next, oh, that person doing something, let me do, you know. So clearly now that the whole thing has changed.
That's crazy to think of, because like for me, I look at UK and London and the things that like the DJs, I feel like you guys have been miles ahead of us, even in North America, even with like Afro beats. Like they were doing Afro beats parties back then before. It's crazy to me that nobody was actually spotlighting that, because if I'm here in Canada and I know what they're doing there, like it's obvious, right? So that's
I'm glad I did. I'm glad I did it. I used the platform to spotlight something, and I think like a lot of good has happened from it. So what was that call? Was it a call or email when they told you that you were going to be on the cover? Zoom call.
Was it Zoom call?
Yeah, I think we jumped on a Zoom call, and they said, yeah, we'd like to do a cover with you. I mean, this stemmed from a few things. I mean, we got a 6-page spread in Mixed Mag for an event we did with the couple. And then
Kitty.
With Kitty and Dear Malice, and actually that was supposed to be for Til Two, but the venue that I was going to use, because it was going to be in October, basically lost their license over some incident that happens with some other people. So instead of me like holding on to this write up that I knew was going to happen, I decided to roll it over to the capo gig that was happening in November. I think 2019, I want to say. So from that we got the 6-page spread, and then we did like a few streams on YouTube.
Yeah.
And then we just got contacted. I mean, we was always kind of communicating kind of vibe, and then we got contacted, said we'd like to spotlight you and put you on the cover, which was like amazing.
That's goals, DJ goals right there.
DJ goals for sure. Like I mean, when I went to their Mix Mag party and seeing all the people that have been on the front cover to be a part of this esteemed group.
Definitely like a pinch me moment, right?
Yeah, definitely. And since then, there's been so many artists that look like me on there.
What did your mom say about that? Did she understand? Like,
I don't think so.
You're like, Mom, I'm gonna be on this magazine.
I don't think she did, you know. I have to be honest.
To be on the front page of a textbook.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Cool for you.
Cool story.
She's like, wow. Oh, that's
Is
nice.
he bringing you money?
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Is the bills paid? Yeah.
Exactly.
Are we going to pay with it? Or are we going to throw textbooks at people? What are we doing?
I want to talk about your radio career a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
So one of the things I found interesting is that you're from Tanzania.
Correct.
And you moved back for a few years to do a radio show there.
No. So I did the radio show in Tanzania. I can't remember the year it was, you know. But shout out to the guy Gerald, who unfortunately passed away.
Oh, rest in peace.
He was like one of the probably the only person that was doing Soulful House in Dar es Salaam at the time. So I only did one radio transmission on East Africa Radio at the time. So that's my radio career in Tanzania. But then I did mostly BBC. My radio and BBC.
And how did you get on the radio?
I remember One Extra did a Afro House spotlight or Afro somethings.
Yeah.
And I was listening to it and I was just like, nah, man, this ain't it, bro.
Did you tweet again?
Did you call him out?
I didn't. You know what? No, I have tweets calling them out when they weren't playing house music. I was going hard on them. Hard.
So you're the reason why they did the spotlight, but they didn't do it right.
No, maybe. I was there.
You're not gonna
I ain't gonna lie. It was like I'm not too sure about that. And I think it's maybe because, you know, at the time I was quite young as well, and I think when a lot of people probably feeding my ego. Yeah, you've done your mixtape Afro Power Volume 1. Everyone's listening to it, so people are like trying to say that in the UK I was not so much of a pioneer, but I was a leading light. So then when something like the BBC do a transmission that involves Afro House and they don't involve you, you're like, what's going on here? And then if you feel like there's just a lot of missing parts as well, especially what's really happening underground, you're like questioning it. So I must have seen DJ Eddie. I was like, bro, like next time you're doing something, holler at me.
Yeah,
like you just have to. That's how I just felt I needed to approach it. And then I then hollered at him for something they were doing called Extra Talent, which was a 1 hour segment after his show. It was running between, say, Monday to Thursday, Sunday to Thursday. So everyone had a 4 hour show.
Yeah.
The last hour was a special guest, whether it could be WizKid, it could be an R&B artist and stuff like that. So I asked him.
Yeah. And
then months later, just DM me and said, I'll put you forward for it. So that's how I kind of started that. Yeah. That was fantastic.
I'm learning one thing. I need to call people out more, and I just need to go and then like, just put me on this. I know what I'm doing.
I know it might be a bit arrogant at the time, but like I just think, like I say, like if you feel like there's information missing, stories,
there's
not
so much
told,
I see out there,
like,
and I'm like, I can do this better than you.
Yeah, just
make sure you have like 5 people get ready to retweet, so they can't just tweet it and then it's just like in the ether, just like dead. So have like 5 people. So get me.
So I'll text the group chat.
Yeah, text the group chat. Yep. Text the group chat. Like, we're gonna tweet 5. Everybody retweet, and then we're gonna see what happens.
That's true.
Then I'll tell 5 people, and then that's how we started. That's how we started church.
All right.
Yeah, One Extra was dope though. I really, really enjoyed it. I remember telling my guy years ago when in their previous studio at Jordan House that I'm gonna broadcast on this station one day, and I did.
You spoke it into existence.
I did, yeah. Yeah, man.
Only lumber one day. Doesn't work like that. Okay, I thought we just.
Well, it will eventually come, but you gotta wait.
Okay. Okay.
So you got to put it out there, and then it will come. Cool. So I'm curious. You've DJ'd at multiple festivals. You told me when we were in the car, you've been to Tulum, Colombia, South Africa, Ghana. What's your favorite event that you've ever played at? Or
wow, I've played at so many great events. I think of recent, the Kunye that just happened in June was like huge. Kunye.
Okay. Kunye.
So Shimza's event Kunye, which happens often in South Africa. Nice. They just recently had Gordo play there. Previously they had me. That was amazing. I think for my time in South Africa, which has been many, many years, it's like up there. I mean, Shimza and Friends last year was dope as well. So that's probably one of my favorites.
And you got to like play on lineups with my goat Black Coffee as well. Yeah.
Years ago.
Yeah.
When he was playing
and Black Motion.
And Black Motion, yeah. Good little song.
Yeah.
I played with everyone. Like to be fair, I mean,
humble
Black
brag.
I really, and I'm fascinated, and I'm enjoying the breadth of like, I won't say fresh air, but just the newness to the fact that you can be such a big DJ in spaces that like all these spaces sound very new to me, and just know there's a world that exists outside of like the what we call quote unquote Coachellas and all that. Like you're still doing big things, but it's just nice to know like it really gives there's room for everybody. And I love that you're championing in those spaces and like again speaking up for yourself and just like, man, I love it.
And sticking to your brand. And sticking to what you
I really do love it. Just like you know, treading the water that you're on and just because
I know it could be like discouraging sometimes especially when you are starting off, especially with Afro House and stuff like African music in general that is not mainstream to other people. But it does show that there are people out there who actually like that type of music and want to listen to it.
So
everything should, everything.
You definitely have to give it time.
You have to give it time, and
because I mean, when I first went on to BBC, me and this lady called Tanya, we wrote to Mix Mag about me going on to BBC, and it just like mized it, aired it. Yeah. So it does take time. I was even telling them about Black Coffee then. Like. Fell on deaf ears. So
that's crazy.
It has definitely been a long journey. So even going back to your point where you're like, oh, here's saying check it out. You be doing it and they're not responding. You know, they're not even like, oh yeah, it's cool, but they're not even saying anything. They're not even saying anything. So these are the hurdles that we've had to go through in order to be where we are.
So would you
today.
say that consistency has been the want to say the key to your success?
Luck as well. Yeah. You need a bit. Yeah, you definitely need a little bit of luck. Because I think there's points where some people.
Would you say luck or just staying ready?
Stay ready.
Yeah.
It's definitely important to be ready and stay ready.
Like, I feel like it's more about staying ready because. It's okay, but we look at luck as opportunities, but those are just opportunities because you've been grinding and people have seen it. I wouldn't say it's luck. I would just say it's opportunity, and the fact that you're ready for that opportunity.
Absolutely, I think though when I say luck, sometimes the realistic nature of it is that some things are manufactured, and you need a bit of luck. For whoever's in that position to manufacture some things for you, and because some acts are definitely manufactured. Way too early ahead of their time. And I know this not from a standpoint of envy, but I know this from a standpoint of wanting to be in that position when I was young myself and realizing actually now as I stand today, these times are actually better for what I am possibly about to do than doing it
back when you wanted
16, 17 years ago. Do you know what I mean? I'm enjoying my moments now. So that even though it might have not existed in 2018, doing a Kunye in 2018 might not mean as much as doing it now.
Yeah.
After what would be like six summers in SA, constantly going over there and just like learning and you know, seasoning myself to understand what it's like to perform there. And then when the performance came, I was ready for it, you know. So that's the stay ready part, you know, because I definitely, and I'll go back. I remember when I was doing Til Two, right? And it was popping so much. Promoters was like, this guy must be a good DJ and will bring people through the door. But they didn't know much about how I play and what I play, right? So I'll play and it's not what they kind of expected. Not say that I wasn't playing good or anything like that. So I'm saying some opportunities come with people not doing like proper research, and also some opportunities come and you're not quite ready because you're doing what you're doing and people think that I need to book him or her and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? So so there's things like that as well, that you can do things way too early ahead of your time as well. Do you know?
That's true.
And that's why I've a lot of things that I've learned.
I can relate to that.
I think we can all relate to that, man.
So you have been you DJing vinyl era, now Serato. I want to get your take on what you think the future of DJing is, especially now with AI and all that stuff.
Interesting. I mean, like, the thing is, I only did practice mixes on vinyl.
Okay.
I never performed the vinyl. Not even with a Serato vinyl as well.
I find that I'm too disorganized. I would be too.
I've never owned decks.
Yeah.
I've never owned decks. So I've never owned my own decks in my house because my room was too small to carry some decks. And I actually really started my DJing on virtual DJ. And then I got SL1.
Yeah.
And I only practiced at the club, basically. I've learned everything from doing at the clubs.
Yeah.
Then I got SL4.
While you were DJing.
Yeah. Then I got SL4. And then now I've moved, obviously still Serato, but now HID mode. Just perfect for me because I actually don't like looking at the computer, especially looking for tracks. I mean, like if I was using SL4 at Kunye, for example, I'd just be in my computer looking. Nah.
But I feel like with like those type of like festivals and stuff, you kind of prepare your set. One of the reasons why I have not switched over to just being a USB DJ is because in the places that I DJ, I feel like you don't know what to expect sometimes with the crowd.
I hear you.
So I always want to be ready.
I hear you. I understand that. So when people do ask me, I'll be like, well, actually the computer is my USB. Just see it like that. Do you know what I mean? But I do carry USBs. Because in the instance like last year, with Shims and friends, they had the DJM A9 plug in my computer not working, but luckily I had the set on USB, so I just rocked with USB.
Good backup.
So, exactly. So I don't mind using USB at all.
So do you think that DJing will? Well, I think the barrier to entry with DJing is a lot more easier.
Oh
now.
yeah. 100%.
You think it's just gonna get more? Do you think that AI will take our jobs? Because you know that there's like stuff like Spotify DJ. Yeah.
But you know what? When it comes to DJing, and this is what I've kind of learned, there is DJing a track and just being like almost like a jukebox, and then there's performing tracks. If you understand your tracks, there's a way you can perform the track, which then like invigorates the crowd, brings the crowd to a euphoria that if you just play, say like if your
computer couldn't do, like if you're DJing and you know the right time where people want to sing the song out loud and you can drop it down, people like
I mean, using the equipment in a way which kind of makes sense for the space and time that you're in. Do you know what I mean? So I mean, like I see that DJs playing the most obvious tracks, is a very easy thing to do, and there is a time when you can do it. I've done it when I see fit, but there's certain tracks where I want to perform it in a way which like can be unforgettable as well. You know, like I know I've spoken about it a couple of times, like when I dropped Kemet by Dramatic Boys at Kunye. I I didn't plan every part of the set. I planned one moment of that set, but there was other parts of the set where I wanted to perform it in a way which like it came off right.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I feel like if I just played it, it wouldn't hit the way it wouldn't hit. Yeah. So I had to work. I had to work the mechanics of the DJM. You know, work the actual song as well. You know, the parts of the songs which made sense. Not always throwing the mids up too many times. Not always dropping off just dropping it at the right time.
Yeah.
And you can. I just knew that I'm working the record.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's almost like you're taking on the record like if you're playing football and you're a winger and now you need to take on the fullback.
See, now you're going into territory I don't know what the heck you're talking about.
I'm just saying, like, you know,
let's do basketball analogies. I'm joking.
But like, just what I'm trying to say, like you got to work the record, work that record, you know, because like the producer also worked on that record in a way that you can perform it in a certain way.
I feel that. So now we're gonna go to our B-side questions. This is how we usually end the show.
Okay.
I want to know, like, what's your favorite? So you mentioned that you used to do slow jam mixes for the ladies.
Well,
it wasn't for the ladies, but it ended up being for the ladies.
you know, I'm not responsible for who listened to it.
How people react.
Exactly.
Yeah. What was the name of the mix, by the way? The slow jam mix?
Just slow jam mix. I think it was just slow jam mix.
What's two of your favorite B-side slow jam songs? Stroke
You Up by what's it called?
Stroke You Up. I don't know that
by
one. Is that Drew Hill?
No.
Who's
No.
By who?
No.
Okay. Is it I Want to Sex You Up?
No, Stroke You Up. It's the two ladies. I forgot the
Googles.
Yeah, dude. I forgot. It's two girls. Do you mind if I stroke you up? I don't mind.
Do you mind? Oh, that is. Yeah. Okay. That is Keith Sweat, isn't it? Yeah.
No. Yeah. No, it's not Keith
Sweat.
No.
Okay, another one then. That is a heavy B-side song then, if we don't know it.
Is it a beat? It's all the things. Changing Faces. Did you say? Oh, sorry. The headphones.
Yeah.
The headphones.
She knows what she's talking about.
Sorry. Excuse. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah. So Changing Faces.
Changing Faces.
It's a B-side, and then slow jams.
Give me a Joe.
Yeah. Well, you know. Okay. Love Scene is great. Well, Good Girls is just
a problem.
That's a great song.
Problem.
Great song.
A menace to society. Yusuf.
Wow.
Playboy Sef.
Yusuf.
Playboy Sef. That's what I'm going to call you from now on.
What a combo.
Don't leave your girl around him. True player for real.
Hey.
X-Man Drake. He agrees. That's no. But you're a good guy.
100%.
You're not a Yoruba demon. No. Okay. Okay. All right. So the next question we like to ask our guest is, if you had a festival, you've done many festivals.
Okay.
What would be the name of your festival, and who are the three headliners?
Cannot be on this festival.
Cabs are small. The small can't be on the festival.
Yeah.
No.
At this point, you have to pay.
No, I'm not putting Cabs as the small on the festival.
Name
expensive.
Of the festival and three headliners.
No
budget. There's no budget. Yeah. And dead or alive.
It's be called expensive.
It'll be called expensive?
Yeah, expensive.
Hey, I'm
music.
scared.
Expensive music.
I'm scared. Are you sure you're not Nigerian?
I've been Lagos 5 times. I think they've converted me to be fair.
Because expensive for the name of a festival right there is crazy.
You know what? Like, I think Tagsin would be a great.
Tagsin?
It would be a great like
tags, like a tag.
TH. Well, the way I say it.
Yeah.
Tagsin.
Or
Tagsin. Yeah.
Okay.
THAK.
Yeah.
ZIN. Yeah, I think it would be great because obviously the free step is now coming through. But just speaking about him, he's I did a radio show with him and he was explaining to me that since he's been touring in Europe and stuff like that, he was used to a certain amount of time for his set, 1 hour, and now he's moved over to 2 hours and he was struggling and stuff like that. And I booked him for Fabric and I saw him perform the 2 hours.
Yeah.
Now he's understanding for himself and growing into, you know, how to not necessarily play all of his songs in the first 15 minutes. Not that he was going to do that anyway, but like spreading it across the 2 hours. So I think he would be a great person to be in. Okay. In so there
he would be like the opener or
maybe could be maybe or in the middle.
Yeah. So who's the other two?
I would have I probably will put the Bukky boys. So Shimza, Da Capo and not Shimza, sorry, Da Capo, Inunapa and Cairo.
Yeah.
Because they have just started this venture. I watched them at Outnet the other week and I feel like they've got a lot to give and build as a trio.
Yeah.
I love the fact that they've come together, 3 people from 3 different tribes, you know. So yeah, super dope. And then just because he's a great DJ for garage, DJ EZ. I think he's just a goat, man.
That is an expensive festival, I would say.
Yeah, very expensive.
How much are you starting the tickets at to sell out in 5 minutes?
In 17 minutes.
No, we're going to sell out in 5 minutes. £17? Okay.
I think that's good value.
Yeah, that's a good price.
That's a good starting point.
Final question, Dre?
We've been changing faces and Sexy Jones, and my question for you and you, Revi, is if you wanted to break up a relationship.
No.
Wow.
No. If you wanted to break a relationship, what song are you sending to the girl? If you wanted to break up a relationship between a girl and a guy, what song are you sending to the girl to tell her that, hey, you need to leave your man?
Oh, All the Things by Joe. Simple.
Menace.
Everything's in there.
Menace to society. Menace.
All
menace.
The things by Joe?
Yeah.
I know what I'm playing on my way home.
You gotta read the lyrics to the song.
It's over.
All the things by Joe.
All
what
the
about
things
you?
by Joe.
If you wanted to spoil someone's marriage.
I don't know. I feel like the easier one to just be, what's that song? Break up with your girlfriend cause I'm bored. Who sings that? Area gone. Yeah.
Shout out to Vanessa in the back, man. Just
VB.
All the things by Joe. Hey, love. You say you need someone to be there for you, to love you all night long. It's kind of funny, but I don't think you have to look no further. You because I'm right here and I'm ready to do all the things your man won't do.
Lyrics.
Tell me what kind of man will treat his woman so cold.
Speak English.
Treat you like you're nothing when you're worth more than gold.
Oh, bars. Yo, run that last line back. Treat you like you're what?
Treat you like you're nothing when you're worth more than gold.
Oh man, you too.
No, Joe came through.
Girl, to me you're like a diamond. I love the way you $100 million treasure. I give you the world to make you mine.
I need a bomb. Do you have the bomb ready?
Yes. I gotta go. Which one we playing? Bomb. Let's go.
Playboy. Yo, don't leave your girl around, Sef.
No, don't do that.
No, don't leave. Nah,
don't do that.
Nah, make sure you check the playlist that he's making for your girl. Because if you just see Joe there, just know you're in trouble. Just know you are in trouble. Well, Playboy Sef, thank you so much for being our first international guest on the B-Side podcast. So here at the B-Side, we like to give people, where are my flowers?
Oh wow!
We like
Such
to
a
give
romantic.
people.
You wasn't expecting it.
I know.
I've never been given.
We know how to how to treat our guests too.
I've never been given flowers,
you know,
before.
like you do.
Yeah.
So we know how to do it. We like to give people their flowers while they're still here.
Thank you so much.
And just say that I love hearing your story and all the things that you shared. And all the amazing things. He's cheesy.
I've never been given flowers before. I mean, just an emoji. Though,
Yeah.
but yeah. Oh wow.
You feel like a baddie?
Yeah, big time. Big time.
And thank you once again for being a part of the B-side. We wish you all the best of luck with everything you're doing. And I can't wait to come to the UK and check out your party.
Till
Does it really end at 2?
Well, no, this was ending at 4.
Till 5 a.m.
I mean, thank you very much for having me on your pod. A warm welcome into Toronto.
Yeah.
Big shouts to you. This is your 8th one.
This is my sixth
one, yeah.
No, seventh
I
can't count. Yeah,
First
7th episode.
guest,
Yeah,
so.
First international guest, and
I feel privileged.
oh no, this is an honor, and I am so happy you said yes to this.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
So congratulations to you, because I'm doing my 41st Til Two show in November 29th.
Drop a bomb.
Yeah.
Wow.
And you're doing your 6th podcast today.
Yeah.
And to get to 6 and 41, we had to start with 1. So
Yeah.
congratulations.
This how you talk to the ladies. You
Smooth.
This guy. Control your guy. Control him.
Seth, can we ask for I want an R&B mix from you for your B-side mix. I need it. We're gonna call it strictly for your girl.
Oh, thank you, man. Congratulations to you.
Thank you guys for listening, and stay tuned for Sef's B-side mix.
Yeah.
Hey.
Peace.